Detroit, live from Detroit.
You know what's interesting, dog? People reference the old days, 90s, as if we wasn't there, right? Like, y'all know I was there, right? I lived through it. Years ago, there was when Mob James first came on the scene.
Well, who?
On Mob James.
Okay.
On Vlad interviews and stuff. I made a comment on a YouTube video. This was like 4 years ago. And somebody randomly started commenting on the video today, comment on my comment today. And I was off work today. So, I had the
Of course
time.
you had to.
But he had said something like, yo, we extorted Suge for like $1,500. And I was like, you don't extort a nigga for $1,500. That's not
That's not extortion.
It's not like he gave you
he dropped it somewhere and y'all just didn't tap him on the shoulder. It was like, hey,
he gave you $1,500 for all the shit that you did. But anywho, a nigga gonna come in the comments and like, man, that was back in the day. That was long. That was in the 90s, dog. $1,500 was like $20,000.
no, it wasn't. It was still $1,500.
Hey, listen,
it wasn't $20,000.
I say, nigga, what?
It wasn't $20,000.
I swear to God, I wish I could leave a voice note on that fucking. I'm like,
it's like $20,000.
I'm like, clearly you wasn't around then. But my nigga, I lived through the 90s. You can't tell me $1,500 ain't been $2,000 or $20,000 since the 1600s. Like, I don't like what? Like, so this is the epiphany that I've been having.
These kids stupid.
So did you seen that video where the kid found out about like a home phone?
Yeah.
Like they've never
I've kind of lived shit like that.
They've never seen this stuff. But like we was around. And I'm saying it like as if it was so long ago. It was just the 90s, my
Jay, I got this autographed Killer Mike record at the crib. And one day my daughter had picked it up and she was like, oh, this is cool. How many songs are on this? And like it's a double album, but it's just vinyl. I'm like, shit, it might be 12 songs between the two vinyls. And she was like, 12? And then she was like, but my iPhone is much small. I said, you don't understand.
Wait a minute.
I was like, you don't understand. You don't understand. These were made specifically just to hold, like, this is limited. This is special.
Side note. Do you know how a record works? Because that shit is like amazing. Think about this. Like, because I don't have the answer. Like, I can figure it out the whole 9 yards. But like
the process?
The think about like, so we was in the studio, we recorded all this audio, it went somewhere, and then we made a little needle goes over plastic a certain way, and it recreates what we literally just said.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Who thought of that shit? Who was like, I know what I can do. I can take a needle and plastic and recreate this. Like, what?
People are amazing. But she couldn't understand the correlation that like her iPhone was much smaller than this piece of vinyl and held thousands of songs, and this bullshit only hold maybe 12 songs.
Which is the reason why we never let the youth lead anything. Like, never in the history of anything was it a good idea to let the least experienced person run the whole thing.
Because you need experience. Because you need experience to know what the fuck to do when some shit fucks up.
Let the youth. Nah, you don't got to be Biden age, okay? You don't got to be 96 or some shit.
But you need to live. You need to have hands-on experience fucking something up. You got to, because you just never know what you're going to do in a situation until it get fucked up and it's just you to deal with that shit.
So it was 3 things that made me realize that, like, I guess I'm being one of these niggas, but like, y'all wasn't outside and it's clearly you can tell. So that telephone thing with the kids was like, they was tapping it like, it wrong. They're like, how does it work?
She was like, hold it to your
She's like,
ear.
what do I do now? Hold it to your ear. Do y'all not even know the iPhones is supposed to be hold to your ear now? Everything's AirPods and shit, right? Okay, cool. It was that. It was the comment about, yo, that was so long ago. Back in the day, $1,500. That's like 20,000. No, the fuck it wasn't.
Shut the fuck up.
And this the one.
These kids don't know shit.
You've heard the conversation about Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
Have you seen these videos by chance?
No, I haven't. I hear they a little disturbing.
Yeah, they quite disturbing, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
They quite disturbing. A 14-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy at the time. Quite disturbing.
Okay.
I've only seen one of the two. The Tiffany Haddish one. Allegedly, she teaching a 14-year-old how to suck dick on a Subway sandwich. Fucking wild. Then a nigga on the internet comments like, but y'all gotta think, man, this was back in the day. That's how it was. I said, nigga, this was 2013. I lived through 2013. When has it ever been okay for you to take a small child and put them in a pedophile parody video? Like, when was we doing that in 2013? Because I was outside in 2013. It was 9 years ago. Like, it had y'all time distortion field. Like, what's going on?
So I need for all of us to come with a general consensus of what you mean when you say back in the day. I need a general fucking like this it. This is the true measurement. That shit got to be like 30 years or better.
But look,
I don't want to hear back in the day about some shit ain't even 10 years old.
When somebody say back in the day, you got to ask them how old they are. Say you 25. Well, back in your day is half your life. That's 12 and a half, 13 years. My nigga, that's not back in the day.
I really don't want to hear shit from nobody that wasn't born before 96.
Yo,
that's like my cutoff.
Was you alive when Pac was alive?
No.
Because if you wasn't, then we don't come from the same era. We do not understand or look at life the same way.
Nigga, if you was finger painting when Pac was alive, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. I don't want to hear it. Because we don't know the same shit. And I'm cool with us not knowing the same shit. But you can't act like you know my shit.